lecture 5. In this lecture, you are going to learn about arrays. Now, array is one of the most important concepts in programming languages. An array is a collection of primitive data types or a user-defined data types. Well, what is a primitive data type and user-defined data type? You don't need to concern about it. You can search in internet. But an array can hold same data types, a collection of same data types. For example, there is a 10 students in class 1 and you want to store the data of the 10 students. Now in that we have their name, their father name, their ID, their age, their class. So there are particularly, let's suppose 4 data related to each student. Now, if you create 4 variables for each student, then guess what will happen? You would have 40 variables. And it would take a lot of space. And it will also take a lot of time and a lot of lines of code will be required. So for that purpose, we have an array. We just create an array of it. And in array, we can put all of that data and we can just utilize them. Now, you might be concerned how we can do this. So let's look at it. When we create an array, so we just create an array, integer array. What happened basically, a block inside the memory is allocated. Now, array is a class in Java. Okay, as I said, in Java everything is a class. So we need to initialize it just like that. Now, why we initialize just like that? The new keyword refer to something. And in that case, it refers to an array that consists of 6 blocks. And what happened? This. Now, in that 6 blocks, we can store 6 data. Okay, same type of data, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's suppose I want to store 2. And I want to store 2 in the 3rd block. Alright, so where should it stored? Now, you might be concerned that how we can store it in 3rd block. It is 2, so it might be go to the 2, but the result would be not in the 2nd block. The result would be in a 3rd block, because array start from 0 index. Now in array we have index. Index is just like an address, which make the each block of array unique. It starts from 0 and it can be going on like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till n. All right, till n. So this is a little bit theory of an array. Since this is just a short course of Java fundamentals, so we cannot discuss about the array in detail. Array itself is a huge topic. Well, let's go to the IDE and let's play with array right now. So let's play with array. Now, to understand array, we'll take the same example that we are working on. We work in conditions and loops, that is even and odd. So in that case, now I will create an array and I will store all the numbers, and then I will check each number that is a odd or even, and the result would be also stored in another array. So how we can do that? Very simple. To initialize an array, we have this like that particular thing. We have this syntax for an array, integer. This represents curly brackets or square brackets represent that this is an array. All right, so is equal to in order to directly initialize it, you can do this. If you don't want to directly initialize, just want to declare it, you can use the method that I used in slides. All right, so 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's suppose. Now I want to just have another array, and this array would be of string array, because even and odd I want to have even or odd, and this is string. All right, this is words. So result, and all right, I want to just initialize it as string. Now the length of the array would be the length of the array of numbers. All right, so what we can do, array dot length. Now this is the method of an array which show the length of an array. So array dot length means what is the length of that array. In that particular case, it's 6. So 6 size. So we can use a for loop, or if you don't want to use a for loop, there is a variation. You can use while loop or do while loop. It's your own choice. So since array start from 0, so that's why now I'm going to start working from 0, and it should go till array.length. It should not be equal to, smaller than equal to, but it should be smaller than, because the size is 6 but last index is 5, because array start from 0. Remember that array always starts from 0 indexing number. All right, and we can say x plus plus. Now how we can store the value into array? Well, we can say we are not storing right now, we are just checking that array parenthesis x. Now index is 0, contains value 6, so it will check 6, remainder 2 equals to 0. Then it would do the storation into result x equals to e1, just like that. All right, e1, else result x equals to odd. So this is the problem and program, and now we need to print out this whole values. So all right, this should be in parentheses definitely. So that's minor mistakes, but it happened in code. Okay, now what we can do to print out the array is we can start from again 0, x equals to 0, x should be smaller than array.length x plus plus. We need to iterate from 0 to the length of array, and then we need to print out the values, and this should be in result x. Now it is either odd, either even. All right, it can there is no third party, so either odd, either even. So let's run this program. So compilation process. There we go. So even, odd, even, odd, even, odd. So which number is even, which number is odd? You can also display this. It's very simple. What you can do, you can say array x plus some space. You can say this, that this number is even, this number is odd. Now there we go. So let me show you. Wait. Yeah, so 6 is even, 5 is odd, 4 is even, 3 is odd, 2 is even, 1 is odd. So this is how array work. You can print out array, but we have better method than printing this method. So this method is known as for each loop. So let's implement for each loop right now. So for each loop is another loop which we mostly used with like array. All right, array. So what we can do, it's very simple. We say for. Now first of all, you need to create a variable, and this variable will store the value inside the array. Since inside the result array we have strings, so we need to create a variable of the string type, and we need to give some array name. In that process, I'm going to give this answer. All right, and then you choose colon, and then the name of array. That's it. Now what you're gonna do, you need to print an answer. There we go. Now for each loop, go to the each value into the result and store it to the answer, and you print the answer. And this thing happen until the result become empty. Okay, so when we run the code, now you will see the result. There we go. This is even, odd, even, odd, even, odd. So there we go. This is the result. This is the for each loop. So this is enough. So this section has been finished. Congratulations. Now we're gonna jump into the next section. I think so that this section covered a lot of stuff, and I hope you get a good knowledge and a good fundamental of Java. So next section is about classes and inheritance. This section is a little bit difficult, but you don't need to concern. I'm here to explain well. So see you in the next section.